Good day everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Are you all doing well today? Please stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and practice social distancing, especially now that there is a new COVID strain that was discovered. I will soon release a video on how our family stay COVID-free here in Singapore. But today, in this video, I will discuss 5 useful tips on how to cope up with morning sickness to help out my fellow moms out there. So please watch until the end of this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this to your family and friends who will find these tips helpful. What is morning sickness? Not everyone have it. I didn't have it during my previous pregnancy, but I have it so bad this time around that I have to take days off from work. Morning sickness is one of the most common symptoms of pregnancy, where a woman experiences nausea and or vomiting. And the level of suffering differs for each mommies. Until now, there's no known cause on why morning sickness occurs, but it's generally not harmful for the baby. But if you experience excessive vomiting and extreme nausea, then please consult your doctor. Honestly, I didn't expect to have morning sickness. I was cocky just because I didn't have it before. I thought that the chance is low for me. But I was so wrong that it hit me like a bus, and after getting hit, somebody put me inside a shipment container to experience seasickness for 3 months. It also felt like I was having vertigo 24/7. I was not prepared at all. It really hit me so suddenly, and I didn't have time or the energy to prepare at all. Which leads me to my tip number 1. Tip number 1. Prepare for the worst and talk to your partner. Before getting pregnant, or if you are planning for a pregnancy, be mentally prepared and equip yourself and your partner with knowledge on what to do when you have a morning sickness. For example, you should let your partner know that you will need his help and understanding on what the both of you will go through. Like, he will be the one cleaning up the mess after you throw up. He will be doing the cooking, the other house chores, taking care of your child, of your other child or children. At the same time, he will also take care of you. Because technically, you will be incapacitated by morning sickness, the worst case scenario. And on top of that, you will get cranky and lash out at him like you are having your worst PMS. So, it's very important for you to have a talk with your partner so he would know what to expect and what to do as well. You can also assure your partner that morning sickness is temporary and it's just a phase that you can go through or might not go through. It's purely by chance or probability. So if you get lucky, you won't experience it at all. But again, pregnancies are different each time around. It's better to be prepared for the worst case scenario. It will be easier if you have a helper to help you do the house chores and taking care of the other kids. But of course, you need to talk to your helper as well. But in our case, we don't have a helper. You know how very expensive it is to get a helper here in Singapore. So I pretty much really relied on my husband. I am very grateful for my husband. He was so patient and understanding during the whole ordeal of morning sickness. For me, it lasted around 3 months. From my second month up to my 4th or 5th month. We didn't have a talk about morning sickness. We both are not prepared. And I think it surprised him as well, especially the cleaning up my vomit part. Tip number 2, get up from the bed very slowly. Very slowly. Have you experienced getting dizzy or nauseous when you wake up in the morning, even when you were not pregnant? Sometimes it's normal that your blood pressure tends to go low when you suddenly change position from lying down or sitting down to standing up. Or your stomach simply sends a signal to your brain that you are hungry or you are experiencing acid reflux that makes you nauseous. This feeling of dizziness or feeling nauseous in the morning is sometimes common for people even if you're not pregnant. But if you are experiencing it frequently and it's bothering you and you're not pregnant, then please consult a doctor. But if you are pregnant and you are at the peak of morning sickness, you will be lying down on your bed 99% of the time. You only get up when you pee, when you eat, or when you throw up. Actually, I didn't know that the sudden change of position from lying down to getting up will make your morning sickness worse. It was my husband's cousin who is a nurse, Ate MC, hi Ate MC, who advised me to slowly get up and eat cracker first before I stand up from the bed. So what I do is I lie on my side first and wait for a few minutes to get my gastric juices to settle down. Then after around 5 minutes, I sit up on the bed, eat some crackers, and then the crackers will really help me hold down those gastric juices before I stand up. Hello Ate MC! Your advice helped me a lot, so I'm sharing it to my subscribers and to my viewers. So I find it really helpful because I usually really tend to get dizzy when I get up from bed. And the longest time it took me to adjust from my lying down position to standing up is around 20-30 minutes. I am telling you, mommies, getting up from the bed is a slow, step-by-step process. Tip number 3, try the grazing diet and eat bland foods. It was my OB/GYN doctor who advised me to eat bland foods and to stay hydrated, because dehydration can likely occur due to vomiting. And when you vomit, you tend to lose fluids, electrolytes, and it disturbs the balance of your stomach acids. Example of the bland foods that I ate is very similar to the BRAT diet or the BR80 diet. I ate bananas, plain rice. I didn't have applesauce. Instead, I put a very thin layer of peanut butter or jam in my toasted wheat bread. Other bland foods that I ate were salted popcorn, blanched almonds, plain oatmeal. For my oatmeal, I put very little honey without milk, and also crackers. For me, the crackers and blanched almonds really help me settle down my nausea or my queasiness in the tummy. I also noticed that the peak of my morning sickness is before and after eating my main meals. Or this is the period where I get hungry and full during breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So what I did was to change my eating habits of having 3 main big meals and then in between I have snacks. I changed that into a grazing diet. Grazing means snacking that is spread out throughout the day or eating very small portions of food very frequently. So for me, I snack or graze every 30 to 45 minutes, and the portion is no more than a handful. If you watch my other video on how to naturally lose weight after giving birth, the link is here above. I usually drink 2 tall glasses of warm water before breakfast. But having morning sickness and drinking 2 tall glasses of warm water just increased my nausea. I noticed that instead of warm water, it's cold water that gives me comfort. I also applied grazing when I drink water, so I only sip small amounts of water, cold water, during my morning sickness. So for 1 tall glass of water, I usually consume that in 30 minutes. I also had cold Pocari drink, a small bottle of Pocari, or you can try any other electrolyte drink, a cold one, and also drink it in small sips and finish it within 30 minutes. But then again, morning sickness is very different for each mummies. For example, my sister had it worse than me. She couldn't hold down anything for 6 months. Tip number 4. Avoid odors that triggers your nausea and find scents that soothe you. You might have heard this already, but pregnancy increases your sense of smell. There is really no explanation for it, except that it might be due to the weird hormonal changes that you go through during pregnancy. And when you're sensitive to odors, it triggers nausea that can also lead to vomiting. Not everyone becomes sensitive to smell. During my previous pregnancy, I wasn't sensitive to any odor or any smell or scents at all, but now I'm sensitive to the smell of food, especially cooked fish. And I loved fish before I was pregnant. The scent that I found soothing for me is the lemon scent. I even changed my bath soap to a lemon scented one, the one made by Lush. Or you can try lemon essential oils, or simply slice or cut a fresh lemon and sniff away. Tip number 5. Hard candies can help soothe your nausea. I discovered that hard candies soothe my nausea. It changes the taste in your mouth and removes that weird lingering taste when you have acid reflux or after vomiting. There are hard candies and lozenges designed for morning sickness, but for me, I find this very helpful. The sea salt lemon candy, this one. You can find this in any Asian stores or grocery store, or just purchase it online like I did. It really helped me go through my morning sickness. That's it. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your family and friends who will find this helpful. I wish you a safe and healthy pregnancy. See you next week.